Good morning, friends. Today, I want to talk a book, about a book which is a very motivational kind of book. During your IELTS preparation, or if you are preparing for any other exam, sometimes you are overwhelmed. You feel that the subject, the course material, is so difficult that you cannot move on. At that time, you need some motivation. This motivation you can get from your friends, your teachers, your mentors. But you notice this that not every time you get the proper kind of motivation from a friend or a teacher. And in that case, I would suggest that you should go to the books, the best books, not just the motivational books that are currently available in the market. They just sell you some dreams. They don't encourage you to take action. But you should read classics. Classics, I mean to say that the books that were published some 50 or 60 years ago. At that time, this was not a business. Today, every second or third book which is published is some kind of, they pretend that it is a motivational book. But you must be careful, because after a while you get addicted to such books. So the book that I want to talk about is this. It is Light from Many Lamps, a treasury of inspiration. The book is available on Amazon.com. I will put the link in the description box. This book, it is a collection of motivational articles, inspirational stories by different authors. Some are writers, some are preachers, or some authors, they are successful businessmen, politicians. But in this book, it's a collection of their biographies, their quotes, and their real life stories. How they overcame all the difficulties that were insurmountable. These difficulties they could easily overcome. Why? Because they also got motivation either from scriptures, religious texts, or other authors. So today, the author about whom we are going to discuss is James Allen. James Allen, he was a motivational writer. His books are quite popular even today. He wrote these books 100 years ago. Still, his books are very popular. So this is James Allen. James Allen wrote a very famous book. First, we will talk about that book. The name of the book is As a Man Thinketh. It's a quote from Bible. The original quote is, "As a man thinketh, so he is." Basically, if we think good thoughts, positive thoughts, then we become a good person. But if we think negative thoughts, if we think about bad things, then we will also commit such things. We will also commit this kind of bad things. So the message is very clear. But how should we avoid or why should we avoid negative emotions? That is the idea of this book. The author, he uh, he draws an analogy. Analogy means comparison. He says that our mind is just like a garden. This is called drawing an analogy. Is we find similarities between two different things. Our mind and a garden. They are two different things. But he has drawn an analogy between them. Just like a garden, our mind should be cultivated. If you have a garden and if you don't take care of the plants, they don't take care of the soil, then some useless seeds that will fall into the soil and they will grow into useless plants, weeds. Same way, your mind is again like a garden. If you don't take care of the thoughts that enter your mind, then negative thoughts will enter your mind and you will feel as if your mind is filled with all kinds of negative thoughts, and that will impact your circumstances, your personality, and it will impact the success or failure of things that you are doing right now. So, without discussing further about this book, let's go straight to the biography, short description of this author, James Allen. So here it is. This is from goodreads.com. I will put the link in description. You can also read about James Allen. So James Allen, he was 15 when his father, a businessman, was robbed and murdered. He left school to work full-time in many British manufacturing firms. Why? To help support the family. He later married Lily L. Allen and became an executive secretary for a large company. At age 38, inspired by the writings of Leo Tolstoy, he retired from employment. Allen, along with his wife and their daughter Nora, moved to a small cottage in Devon, England, to pursue a simple life of contemplation. A life of contemplation. To contemplate means to think, to meditate. A life of contemplation means you think about your life, your memories. That is kind of contemplation. To contemplate means to think deeply about something. There he wrote for 9 years, producing 19 works. He also edited and published a magazine, The Light of Reason. Allen's books, they illustrate, they show what? The use of the power of thought to increase personal capabilities. Although he never achieved great fame or wealth, his works continue to influence people around the world, including the New Thought movement. Allen's most famous book, As a Man Thinketh, it was published in 1902. It is now considered a classic self-help book. Right? I told you about classics. It's a classic self-help book. Its underlying premise, the theme, premise means theme, the main idea is that the noble thoughts make a noble person, while lowly thoughts, lowly, negative thoughts, they make a miserable person. Following his death in 1912, his wife continued publishing the magazine under the name Epoch. Right? The Epoch. So this is a short biography. Now, let's look at some quotes by James Allen. So the first quote here is like this, the one that I talked about. A man's mind may be likened to a garden. Man's mind can be compared, likened to a garden, which may be intelligently cultivated or allowed to run wild. To run wild means to grow on its own without being cultivated. But whether cultivated or neglected, whether you cultivate or neglect it, it must and it will bring forth. Bring forth means it will produce something. It will continue to grow, whether you cultivate or not. If not useful, if no useful seeds are put into it, if you don't put useful seeds, useful thoughts into it, then an abundance of useless weed seeds will fall therein. Lots of useless weed seeds will fall in it and will continue to produce their kind. And they will continue to produce their kind means they will continue to produce such negative thoughts, this kind of useless seeds. They themselves will produce this kind of thoughts, kind of seeds. So we must be careful and we must always fill our mind with good thoughts. This sounds very cliched. Everyone talks about positive thinking, good thoughts. I know that sometimes it is not possible to think positively when we are surrounded by circumstances that are insurmountable, that are bigger than we think we can overcome. But what this author wants to say is that it is not about thinking positive thoughts when you are in a difficult situation. It is about the time when you are preparing for something. He is not talking about IELTS exam, but I am saying that when you are working on a project, when you are actually starting some new job, new work, new project, you must remember that if you continue thinking good thoughts, then only the final result will be a positive one. But if you are full of doubt, full of fear, full of negative thoughts, and if you don't control these thoughts, then the final result will be a negative one. Same way, when you are preparing for the IELTS test, I know that it is a bit difficult sometimes, but you must fill your mind with good thoughts. Let's look at another example. This example is my favorite. In this example, he talks about how often we criticize or we become judgmental and we say that other people who are successful, they got their success just by luck or by chance. But that is the thing which is not right. According to him, that we don't look at the hard work these people they have put in to achieve what they have achieved. Right? So let's read that quote. It says, the thoughtless, the ignorant, right? Thoughtless people means those people who don't think, who don't care. These thoughtless people, ignorant people, and indolent. A good word, indolent. Indolent means they don't care what other people are thinking. Lazy. Those people who don't want to do anything, these indolent people, They seeing only the apparent effects of things and not the things themselves. Talk of law of fortune and chance. Right? They just see the result, they just see the things, effect of things. If they see that someone is successful, they see that how lavishly he lives, how beautiful his life is, but they don't look at the things themselves. They don't look at the process through which that person got success. They just say that it is just due to some kind of law or some fortune, luck, or chance. Seeing a man grow rich, when they see someone who is growing rich, they say how lucky is. Observing another become intellectual, they exclaim. When they observe, when they see another who is becoming intelligent, what they say? They exclaim, how highly favored he is. Highly favored means he was lucky, or let's say he was talented from birth, or he inherited such qualities from birth, or thing is that they don't care whether he did hard work to gain that knowledge. They just say that he was simply lucky, favored. And nothing the saintly character and wide influence of another. Okay, and noting the saintly character and wide influence of another, when they see that someone has wide influence, saintly character, people respect that person. They say, they remark how chance aids him at every turn. How chance, right? How luck aids him, helps him at every point of his life. They don't see the trials and failures and the struggles which these men have voluntarily encountered. They don't see the trials, the failures, right? And these men, right, these successful men, they have voluntarily encountered, voluntarily, right, willingly they encountered, in order to gain what? Their experience. These people, these successful people, they willingly accepted that, okay, I will go through these trials, these failures, because they want to get experience. They have no knowledge of sacrifice they have made, of the undaunted efforts they have put forth. Undaunted, daunting, a daunting task, a very intimidating kind of, a very overwhelming task, daunting. So undaunted efforts means they were not afraid of the enormity of the task. They were not afraid of how big a task is. Their efforts were undaunted. They have put forth. Of the faith they have exercised. They were faithful. They had faith in their hard work. And that they might overcome the apparently insurmountable. Apparently insurmountable. It looks, it cannot be overcome. Insurmountable, to surmount something means to overcome something, and insurmountable, it means it cannot be overcome. And realize the vision of their heart. In their heart they had a dream, and due to their hard work, due to their faith in their hard work, they realize the vision of their heart. They do not know the darkness and the heart aches. These people who tell that other people are favored, other people had chance, these people, they don't know the darkness, the heartaches, and they only see the light and the joy. They only see that how lucky that guy is, how successful, how beautiful the life is, and they call it luck. They do not see the longing, arduous journey, but only behold the pleasant goal. Arduous, this arduous journey is a very tiresome journey. They only behold, to behold means to see. They only see the pleasant goal and call it good fortune. They do not understand the process, but only perceive the result and call it chance. So this was a favorite quote of mine. Another one is this, the last one. Our life is what our thoughts make it. Man will find that as he alters his thoughts toward things and other people, things and other people will alter towards him. Our life is what our thoughts make it. Our life is what our thoughts make it. If our thoughts they are positive, then our life is positive. Our life becomes a good one. But we only think negative thoughts. We fill it up with negative emotions, doubts, fears. Then we can never be successful. A man will find that as he alters his thoughts toward things and other people, if we change our thoughts about people, then we notice that the way we change thoughts towards people or things, these people or the things will also change toward us. This example, this advice, you can apply to your IELTS preparation. If you love it, if you take an interest in this preparation, you will feel that you are starting to get good and positive results. If you feel that this is something that I have to do without any burden, if you start liking it, then you will notice that you won't get tired by this preparation. You won't feel any kind of fear of failure. You won't have that fear, because you will love it, you will enjoy it, and trust me, that way the whole exam, the whole thing will change towards you. Then it will also become very easy and above all very interesting one. You will enjoy it, you will enjoy the journey, and once you clear your test, once you get a good score, you will feel that yes, I could have done more, but it will not be a regret. It would be a positive emotion, a happy feeling that I enjoyed my journey. Of course, I could have done something. I could have done something like reading more books, solving more question papers, but still you will be happy with whatever result you get, right? So this was about James Allen. There are many quotes of him. You can read these quotes on goodreads.com. There are lots of quotes from this book. Just last one. A person is limited only by the thoughts that he chooses. A person who is only limited by the thoughts he chooses. If we choose, if we think that okay, I cannot do this, then your thought, they limit your capacity to do that thing, and then you cannot do it. But if you keep thinking, if you keep motivating yourself that you can do it, then of course you can do it. And trust me, for the IELTS preparation, you should never be afraid of it. If you start enjoying it, and you must enjoy it, I cannot force you to enjoy that preparation. This is not like that. If today I tell you that okay, you start enjoying it and you start enjoying it, no, not like that. You must remember that this preparation, they are not asking you to memorize your answers, memorize new vocabulary. They want you to improve your fluency level. They want you to explore more and more topics. You should read not just stories, novels. You should read magazine articles. You should listen to poems, listen to songs. That way you will improve overall performance in any test. And again, as I request to all of my viewers, if you like this video, if you like my YouTube channel, then please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also share this video with your friends who are preparing for their IELTS exam. Right? Sometimes we put videos in Gujarati language because the region where I live, there most of the people, they speak Gujarati language, and many students from Gujarat, they prepare for IELTS exam, and to help them I have to make videos in Gujarati. It is not like I am translating things in Gujarati and helping them to understand, but I just want to take away the fear of English language from them. Sometimes they read a line in which they have used some difficult word. So what I want to do is that I want to tell them that this word is not as intimidating, as difficult as it seems. You can simply check out this Cambridge dictionary or Oxford dictionary, and its meaning is very simple. Once I take away, or once they themselves get rid of that fear, then what happens that they will start exploring things on their own. And for that reason, I want to prepare as many videos as possible in Gujarati also, but at the same time I will prepare videos in English also. Yes, there will be many errors regarding the editing, even during the speech. I will make many mistakes. I accept it. And of course, I promise that gradually I will try to improve the quality of these videos. Not just the visual quality, but the content. My content, I will try to improve it. I will try to make the videos shorter, but when it is necessary to make descriptive long videos, I will do that too. Right? So I take your leave now. We will meet very soon.